I am also an orthopedic surgeon. Helping people has always been my calling. On December 30th of 2020, I received my first Moderna shot. Approximately 1 week later, my feet were numb. Within days, my legs became weak. I began to stumble, and ultimately, I collapsed at work. Shortly after my collapse, I was diagnosed with transverse myelitis, a severe and potentially permanent injury to my spinal cord. You see me standing here today, but what you don't see is the numbness, the weakness, and the nerve pain that I've had to endure over the past year. Because of the severity of my symptoms, I was forced to face the reality that I was no longer safe to work as a surgeon. My career that I had invested 19 years of my life was likely over. Days of supporting my patients and my community were replaced with isolation, disability, and doctor visits that seemed to go nowhere. My adverse event was life-altering. I was devastated. Without the loving support of my wife, my 4 amazing children, and my close friends, I would have fallen into a dark place. Finding love and support is essential for me and my vaccine-injured friends. Those of you here today, your support is essential too. During this journey, I had the true blessing of meeting Brianne Dressen, whose life was altered by AstraZeneca. And I also met children like Maddie DeGarry, who is now confined to a wheelchair, and parents like Ernest Ramirez, who lost his son. Their horrific and heroic journeys touched my heart. I discovered one essential cornerstone of healing, the realization that I am not alone. I am one of many thousands.
Treated in the last 6 months over 2,000 patients with COVID. I have helped them. I have given them monoclonal antibodies. That dirty word that we all know. What is it? What's that word? Ivermectin. I have been giving them breathing treatments, and I have been keeping people out of the hospital. And for that, Houston Methodist suspended my privileges. And they did it over Twitter. Medical freedom has been hijacked by hospitals, by insurance companies, by the government, and by big pharma. Doctors, now is the time to stand up and save our profession. Patients, ask yourselves, do you want doctors that respect your right to informed consent? And do you want doctors that will respect your right to decide what gets injected into your body? Or do you want doctors that follow the dictates of third parties, like the government, like insurance companies, like hospitals? No way. Media censorship, the bullying of physicians like myself who question the narrative, and the unwillingness of hospitals, the CDC, to give us very important information about COVID has bred extreme mistrust amongst the public. And now is the time to stand up. People, stand up. Stand up for yourselves. Don't be bullied by these people. Don't let other people decide what goes in your body, and certainly don't let other people decide what goes in your children's bodies.
And we are not one doctor. We are 17,000 doctors.
And scientists.
That's more than the NIH, more than the CDC, and more than the FDA. These are all signed and verified. There are powerful forces against us, as you know. The news media. Does anybody trust the trusted news media? Do you trust the CDC and the FDA? Do you trust Fauci? All right. We've been fired, censored, erased from Wikipedia, but we're standing strong because we are with you. So today, again, we represent 17,000 doctors and scientists and humanity. We have 3 virtually indisputable recommendations backed by high-quality data. And I have one ask for you today. Today, you're going to hear the truth. And I ask you to have courage and join us to help our future generations resist this tyranny.